The tsunami coming across the borders in Europe and the United States represent an engineered invasion designed to undermine Christianity, the nation-state, and liberty. Top government officials shed light on this in interviews with Alex Newman, the founder of Liberty Sentinel and senior editor for The New American. Stay tuned to learn more.
A very special guest joining us today. His name is Tom Homan. I'm sure you have heard of him. He was actually the head of Immigration and Customs Enforcement during the Trump administration. He's held many senior posts dealing with border security, immigration, customs. It looks like we have a surge in illegal immigration that's been going on since Joe Biden took office. How serious is this? And in your view, is it deliberate?
Well, actually, it's absolutely deliberate. This isn't mismanagement. This isn't incompetence. This is by design. They're doing the complete opposite. What they know works. That's why it's intentional. And why? I think two things. I think they perceive a future political benefit that many of these people will be future Democratic voters. And even if it doesn't get to that, it doesn't have to get to that. Because when Joe Biden signed 9 executive orders abolishing everything we did under the Trump administration, there's another thing he did. He overturned the Trump census rule, which Trump says illegal aliens won't be counted in the census. Biden says they're going to be. So these millions of people that are released in the United States that will go to sanctuary cities across the country, they'll be counted in the next census. So when they reproportionate seats in Congress, it's going to result in more seats in the House with Democrats. They know this. They have sold the security and sovereignty of this nation out for future political power.
I am with a very special guest, Mark Morgan, former acting head of Customs and Border Protection. He actually was overseeing the border wall during the Trump administration. So you said you thought this was deliberate. Why do you think they want this kind of situation?
I can draw no other conclusion except they're doing it because they see a perceived political benefit. And I think that's two fronts. One is we know now that illegal aliens are counted as part of the census. So they're playing the long game, and they think they're going to get a redistribution of House seats and actually get additional seats. And at the end of the day, I think this administration and the Democrats feel that every illegal alien that they find a pathway to citizenships, they believe that's going to equate to a Democratic vote. This is about politics, and it's disgusting.
And I've heard the Prime Minister talk about abolishing national identities and how this mass migration is having the effect of undermining national identity through multiculturalism and through the importation of foreign cultures and foreign values. Is that part of a deliberate agenda, or is that maybe just a side effect of the need for labor? What do you think?
Maybe some elements are based on the need for labor and the workforce coming from non-European countries, but definitely there's a political agenda which is trying to change the very nature, the very face of Europe. And that is, there is an agenda, there's a political project called the United States of Europe, which would like to homogenize Europe and get rid of the very foundations of Europe, which is partly Christianity as religion and culture, and the nation state or nations as local communities.